so it'll hide the sound. It'll sound proper. It'll sound like ينفقون. A little bit of practice and you'll realize the tone when you hit it of the proper ikhfa. And if you listen along and recite, you'll get the tone proper. So important thing is that it's also two harakat long. ينفقون. Don't say ينفقون ينفقون. No, ينفقون. أنزل إليك. Yeah, don't say أنزل إليك. Say it long. أنزل إليك وما أنزل. Okay, so get that out the way. Then here you can see you got a red and another red. These are your ones that are telling you 4 or 5. We'll go with 5 on those. And the reason why they are red like that is because, like we said before, you have a letter alif here. Now see, this symbol above it, the big line that's like a little wavy, that's your signal to make it long. So they're giving you, they're telling you to make it long, but if you want to know why it's being made long, there are rules and there are reasons why it's being made long. The reason why it's elongated is because it is an alif and before it is a fatha. Now let's not get mixed up, people. This here is not an alif. This here is called hamzat wasl. This is your connecting hamza. Okay, different. And then you have other times when you see a hamza. This here is a hamza. You can see it here. That's a hamza. It's not an alif. It's an alif with a hamza on it, which is different than it being an alif. You can see an alif here. It doesn't have that backwards 2 over it, or So now, when you have the alif and before it the letter has a fatha, check. So now it's going to be at least 2 harakat. So now we go look to the left. To the left you got hamza. Whenever you got hamza, this makes it long. 4 or 5. As we said, 4 or 5. We're going to go with 5. So it became 5. Had it been shadda, as here it would have been 6. But it's not. It's not a double letter. It's just a single letter with a hamza. Hamza is your A sound. It's also short. Hamza is almost always 1 harakat. Only in a couple words is it ever 2 harakat. Like in the words amanna, it's 2 harakat. Amanna. In the word ayat or ayatillah, ayatillah, it's 2 harakat. But that time it comes cupped inside of something. It looks different in that last circumstance. But other than those couple words, maybe one other one, I'm not sure, or something of that nature, hamza is always going to be 1 harakat. And now here it's got a dhamma or an u, so it's unzil. So it comes here, it's going to be 5 harakat. And same deal here, 5 harakat for the same exact reason. Hamza after, fatha before. Okay? So you make those long. 5 harakat. 5, just feel it out. 5, it's going to be longer than the 2 by a good amount. It's so it would be like وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ وَمَا أُنزِلَ مِن قَبْلِكَ. Okay, now we'll go back here. These light blues, they appear here one and here another one. That's light blue. These two are dark blue, and that's dark blue, dark blue. We talked about the dark blue. They want you to make a thick R for that. Now, for this light blue, that's called your qalqalah. You can see it here, qalqalah. In the English, they tell you that this is unrest letter, echoing sound. In parentheses, they put echoing sound. Letter of unrest, they say. Now, it's kind of difficult to understand what they mean, but basically, it gets dealt with a few different ways, depending on if it's a single letter or a double letter, and if it comes at the end of a word or in the middle of a word, it's gonna sound a little different. When the qalqala resides in the middle of a word, it produces this bounciness to it. You're gonna feel the bounce when you say it. It's got a little jump to it, and you'll see what I mean. When it's single, when it's double, it's even stronger, and you'll see it's gonna be a little different, a little further away. When it's single, as here, raw. See, you got your thick R, raw, and then you got a z, which is thin. Z, don't say law. Z, raw, z. The zaqo, q connects to it. So it's razaqnahum, razaqnahum, razaqna, razaqna, razaqna. You can feel it. Razaqna. Tap out the syllables. Razaqna, razaqna, qana, qa, qa, qa. You give it that tap of the tip of the letter, the qa. رزقنا رزقناهم ينفقون. Yeah, here you got إخفاء followed by قلقلة. So it's من قبلك. Yeah, قبلك قبلك. See how it gives that bounce? Instead of saying قبلك قبلك, you say قبلك leak. It's li, which is the same as it having a kasra, like we said, a, e, u. So it's never gonna be like soft. It's not gonna be le. Don't read it like lick. Read it leak, like l-e-k. Li, like it's li, but short. It's a short vowel, so it's just like one tap, li, but connected to the k. Leak. Yeah, and then وَبِالْآخِرَةِ هُمْ يُوقِنُونَ. See here, long vowel, it's two count. Same as here, two count. هُدًى مِّن رَبِّهِمْ. And then the ra, one count. It's a short vowel. The t, one count, t. Just, that's all it is. It's t. Don't make it t. Don't hold it. You can't. It would be wrong. So it's akhirati. So it's important. The stuff that's two to be two. When it has the thing over the a, you know to make it two. If you see an a without it, then it's just a one tap a. Like unzila ilayka wa ma. See, it's got the hood and it's red, so that's 5. Then unzila la, just 1, as opposed to the green ones, they're 2. Min qabilik wa bil akhirati hum yuqinun. You, that's 2. You could see here it's a long vowel, that oo, as opposed to if it was just yu. If it was like y and then u, then it would have been you, one hit, you. But this is 2 hits, you, and then qi is just 1 hit, qi, qi, qi. Yeah, and then noon, 2, 4, 6. Yuqinun. Then here you got 5. This is 5, always 5. This is the same reason as the other ones why there were 5, but this one is inside one word. It's 5 harakat here. This is this one has to be 5. The other one's, I think, the more of an optional one. The other one you can even do it 2, even like these ones that are red, when they're red because it's got hamza as a next letter, but in separate words like this. When it's like that, you can do two harakat if you want, even though they're red and it tells you 4 and 5, but you're actually allowed to do it with 2 harakat. But when you do that, you must be consistent all the way through. Then every other one of that nature must be 2. So you would do this one as 2, this one as 2, but this and this would still be 5 because these are different. They're compounded in one word. the rule is compounded in one word, and it becomes a different kind of thing. Even though and you'll find different readings by different sheikhs, like from old times. Like he used to read this way, and they used to read this way, different schools, but nothing majorly different. But so so if you choose to do those two, that's fine, but they're always gonna be two. So then you flip here, you got, like, that would be two, this would be five, this would be two, 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 um this would be two, this would be five, this would be five. But if you're stopping on this, I don't know yeah, I think it would still be five. I'm not sure. You know, as you can see. So pretty much, but I personally, I do them all as fives. I don't do them as twos, but like in Tarawih, or sometime when they want to conserve some time and read a little faster because they want to finish the whole Quran in the month, then in that case, a lot of times they'll read like that and they'll read faster, but it's good. It's however you choose to do it. Just stay consistent. Don't read like half a page like this and then half like that, and then just stick to one. So now that pretty much explains most of the stuff I can see on this page. Yeah. This kind of assumes the letters a little bit. If anybody needs help, a little help with the letters, let me know. I'll help you out. And there's some notes on the side of the pages to help you out when you get that. And it's not as hard as it looks, really. Just if you know what letters they are, and just to pronounce the letters in the proper way. Like, even when you're reading it in English, you gotta translate that into your head that it's supposed to sound like Arabic. It's not supposed to, that when you see an A, it's not gonna be an English A. It's not gonna be like ah, because the English A is more like ah in some letters. So in Arabic, it's just slightly different. It's gonna be eh. The A is gonna always sound thin. Like Amin. Amin. What do they say in church? Amen. Or something similar to that. Amen. Yeah, but we say Amin. So you'll never say in the Quran, except if you got a thick letter, and that the thick letters making that sound, but not the vowel, But so when it's just an A, it's easy. What else can we tell you? Let's look at this page. Any new things? You got a thick R. You got 5. You got your ghunna. 2. Push them out hard. Yeah. Then you got your ikhfa. Then you got your 5. Then you got qalqala. Ataj'alu. See, yes, we did not finish everything on qalqala. We pretty much did a bunch with them in the middle of the word. We still didn't do any at the end of the word, or any with a shadda, with a double letter. That's going to be different when it has a double letter at the end. Not a double, it can't be a double in the middle. It's not gonna, it has to be double at the end. So let's see.